How's it going? Wow, this is like the third video I'm gonna do this week. It's crazy. Anyway, this is about my take and the final take I'm gonna on Las Vegas shooting, and put on your critical thinking cap, people. Critical thinking, please. Okay, don't buy the BS. Think for Pete's sake. Think. Use the brain that's in your head. Don't buy in all to the propaganda from the mainstream media or any other so-called alternative that pretend to be, pretend to be alternative from the mainstream media. You know who I'm talking about. If not, that'd be the TYT network, anyone under that umbrella. Anyone who pretends to be a political person, a poor man's Bill Maher, Sam Seder, a social engineer, but he says it's political science, Kyle Kulinski. Okay, alright, here we go. This goes out to them and to those who are not really using their brain. What happened in the Las Vegas shooting. Okay? Critical thinking. Please use it. Please use your brain. They said these people are right wing. They said these people are racist. And okay, fine. But what's fishy is if these guys were really into the message of the liberty movement, okay, if they were really, they would understand the whole thing is about non-aggression. The whole thing is about non-offensive violence, non-offensive aggression at all. It's about a peaceful revolution. But supposedly these two people killed two cops, and one man who had a concealed weapon, he did not know that the guy had a partner, and he got shot. But let's examine the two cops. I say the mainstream media and the alternative media. Okay, you know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna call them alternative. I don't know what to call them yet, really, because they can't be alternative, because they spew the same thing as the mainstream media. They're establishment alternative. There we go. I put it establishment alternative. They put a Gadsden flag in one and a Nazi flag on the other. Okay. History of the Gadsden flag is about revolution, Revolutionary War, and it has always been about small government. Mind you, I'm most likely I'm not the first one to point this out. But if it gets harp enough, that people just might think, hey, it's fishy. It's fishy. Alright? Like I said, let's go back. The Gadsden flag is about a small government. Don't tread on me, that means don't mess with me, leave me alone, and I'll leave you alone, type thing. That's what it stands for. Okay? And the Nazi flag is completely opposite of that. The history of a Nazi flag is Hitler, correct? As we know. And what does that stand for? That stands for more government. National socialistic government. More in your face, more just more government, more big government. Okay? That's what it means. Now, you put those two together and it doesn't make sense. How can you be for, you say, oh, I'm for revolution, I'm for small government with a Gadsden flag, and then right next to it, you put a Nazi flag. That's an oxy. That's not even oxy. That's contradiction. So what I'm saying is, I'm not even saying this thing didn't happen. I'm saying, okay, it happened. But it's fishy as hell. Because these two are not known by anybody. Oh yeah, they got the Facebooks with all the stuff that we, the rest of us in the liberty movement, freedom movement have. For less government, police brutality, whatever, what have you. But the thing is, before this, they only go about it a year back, right? And this guy has been arrested multiple times, and I guess just recently went to jail earlier this year, I suppose. It's just fishy as hell. And then they try to connect them to Bundy Ranch militia, which is bullshit because these two are not connected to that. They got kicked out because of his records. Okay? If anything, this guy's a loon, but also a provocateur. I can barely say that right. That word right. It's a provocateur. Okay? You cannot have a Gadsden flag and a Nazi flag together because it contradicts. Like I said, Nazi stands for more government. Not, okay? Maybe, if this guy was trying to send a message, I don't know. Maybe he was saying the cops are the Nazis. That that's what they represent. Maybe that's what he's thinking. But why would you put a Gadsden flag right next to it? That doesn't make sense. But here's the thing. And he yells out, start of revolution. Well, if he really believed in the freedom movement and liberty movement, he would know that that's not the message. It never the message is to offensive violence. It's always been peaceful violence. I mean, peaceful revolution. Okay? But hook, line, and sinker, the mainstream media and the establishment alternative media are spewing this crap like, oh, these guys are right-wingers. These guys represent the Tea Party. But the propaganda for that has been going on for years now. The Tea Party is racist. The Tea Party is violent. The Tea Party is this. The Tea Party is that. Confession. I'm not a Tea Party person. They can do what they do. I support what some of they say. Less government, fiscal responsibility. If anything, and also they've been trying to connect this. Please look it up. Please look it up. They've been trying to connect the Tea Party to terrorists, Islamic terrorists, Al Qaeda. Okay, sum it up. They've been trying to connect the two for years, trying to say that, oh, they're going to work together, or they're working together, whatever. But it's not happening. That's why they're trying to promote it that way. Okay? Like I said, these two are provocateurs. They are not with any kind of movement. They put it up in their Facebook, make it look like they are, but most likely these two were not. And the cops usually would be in on it, but they weren't this time. Okay? And in that 30-second video that I saw yesterday, where I guess the last 32 seconds looks not staged, but it just looks really fishy, and it's not credible. Okay? It's not credible. So the whole thing is propaganda against the liberty movement, freedom movement, the Tea Party, libertarians. That's what it is. And hook, line, and sinker, that's what the mainstream media is doing. I mean, mind you, who would benefit from this type of thing? It was in Nevada. It was right after the Bundy Ranch, and they connect this guy with the Bundy Ranch, but he was kicked out. And as soon as the day it happened, I looked up the internet. They already, and some websites like Raw Story or Media Matters were already trying to connect them to the libertarian liberty and freedom movement before they even try to investigate anything. So, to sum it up, please use your brain. Critical thinking, please. Okay? And for all you TYT Chank fans, subscribers, Sam Seder or Kyle Kulinski followers, please use your brain. Okay? White supremacists and a Tea Party, they've been doing that all for 5 years, 5-6 years now. And that's not what's happening. And now they got this. Please, check out what I say. Don't believe me, look it up. Okay? Look it up. And another thing, police are getting surpluses, military surpluses that they don't even need. Stuff that was in Iraq, they were getting it. Vehicles that are almost like tanks and whatnot, what have you. Why? They're preparing for something. They want to do something. They're trying to provocateur it. And these two are it. Alright? Mind you, Indiana police chief said, yeah, all these veterans coming back, they're dangerous. It's happening when it's not. He says, he's trying to say veterans are violent, which is a lie. 22 veterans killed in suicide each day. Kill themselves each day. Look it up. Average. But here's something that mainstream media and the progressive, whatever you want to call them, alternative bullshit. This is what they don't tell you. Okay, last year, military-wise, I know this because I knew some people, because I'm a veteran and still know some people in the military. They told military personnel, do not join the Tea Party in your own time, do not contribute to Christian groups at your own time, or you will be NJP'd. That's, it's not a court-martial, but it's like a non-judicial punishment. You'll be punished. And he actually even also said, yeah, some would be court-martialed. Don't believe what I say. Look it up. Please look it up. Everything I'm telling you, look it up. Okay? This is what they're telling the military. 2009, DHS deemed Ron Paul supporters, veterans, returning veterans, are a danger. Why? Why are they doing it? Why are they doing it? 2012 and 2013. Why has DHS have bought over 2 billion rounds hollow point? Please look it up. Please look it up. Why? Mind you, hollow point, Geneva Convention, that's illegal for warfare. Please look it up. Like I said, they want something to happen. And the propaganda is there. So please, all these so-called alternative media, please don't just believe their spin. All they have, they're getting their stories, their talking points from Raw Story and Media Matters. And both are Raw Story, from what I looked up, please look it up, is funded by Democratic Party, which is fine, but hardly gets any traffic by regular people. Same as Media Matters. Media Madness is funded by George Soros. George Soros. And has meetings with the White House to see what the talking points are coming from them. They also don't get any traffic, but all the talking points go to CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, and all their local affiliates. Please look it up. Oh, another thing, George Soros, please look this up, was a Nazi sympathizer. Please look it up. He turned in Jews in World War II. Please look it up. Please. All this stuff I'm telling you, look it up. And please use this critical thinking. Critical thinking. Okay? Use it. Don't abuse it. Later.